So let's see if it works. Rubber duck. See? It's alive! It's alive! After much communication between me and Scott, he finally fixed the problem. Woohoo! Now let's make an update ready so you can help test it out and try out some of the new things. So let's start out by rewinding a bit. Let's go back a few weeks or a month or two or something like that, where I started working on this usable behavior. The usable behavior is a new feature or a new mechanism in the game, so you as a player can walk up to certain things and hit E to kind of activate or use them. That's why it's called usable behavior. So it's a very generic mechanism that can be used for a lot of stuff. I can use it in the game natively, and modders can use it in mods. So as you might have seen in some of the previous devlogs, I was just about to release this, but luckily tested out this new feature in a real mod before sending it out. Because the issue was that this usable behavior was actually working in the game flawlessly. Everything was working as intended, but using it in a mod turned out to not be as easy. Basically what happened was that when I used the usable behavior in a mod, when umod, which is a third-party asset that I'm using to generate the mods, it kind of missed some of the data that was supposed to be used with this usable behavior. So I reached out to Scott from umod as many times before, and as always he was quickly to respond, send an update, send another update and another update, because it turns out that this was not a small bug. It was kind of a apparently deep bug in umod. I don't know the details, but I know it works now after a lot of patches. So now I'm ready to actually make an update and push it to the experimental branch so you guys can help test it out and we can kind of move on with this. So big thumbs up to Scott for the quick update once again. Thank you. umod rocks. If you're new to my channel, I'm building a firework simulator game while having a wife, 2 kids, a full-time day job and a dog. The game is already on Steam, so go check it out. It's called Fireworks Mania, and you can find a link in the description. So enough talk about umod and usable component, because we talked so much about it in the last 3 or 4 devlogs or something. So let's talk about some of the other things in this update. I won't go through everything, but I will just mention a few significant ones. The first one is the ability to pick up items in the game. So players can now pick up items that are physics enabled, you could say, and weighs less than 20 kilos. So you can now pick it up by looking at it, hitting E to pick it up. And you don't have a hand in game right now, so it's just based, located here where your right hand would be. You can then hold down E to rotate the object if you wanna aim it or change it or whatever. And then you can hold down left mouse button to throw it, and right mouse button to drop it. There should be tooltips in the game for all this, so it should be very intuitive once you try it out. Let me know how you think it works and if it's usable really in the game, but at least it's there now in this update. Another thing is some performance improvements related to fireworks from mods. So if you are in your mod using the built-in materials that is included in the mod tools, your fireworks might perform a bit better now in this update. There are a bunch of other smaller changes that you can see in the changelog either for the game or for the mod tools. So what happens next? Well, the idea is that I will push this update to the experimental branch on Steam. I will leave a link in the description to tell you how to switch to the experimental branch if you don't know that already. And also I will push the mod tools to an experimental branch on the mod tools. I will do a separate video for mod creators to kind of to explain how you can change to use that. And one very, very important note here is that all mods built with the latest version of the mod tool, like the one that is currently on experimental, will not work in the standard version of the game. So it will only work for people on the experimental branch. That also means that you shouldn't push your mod updates to mod.io, so they show up in the workshop in the normal game, because it will seem like it doesn't work for all the players that are not on the experimental branch. So I don't know how we should solve this going forward, because this is not the last time we will have to do this. So my suggestion is that we use Discord for now to exchange these mods. So when you as a modder have a new update, you can maybe post it on Discord. I would assume that the most people that are switching to the experimental branch knows what they're doing, meaning that if stuff doesn't work, they know why, and they might need to update or need to talk with mod creators or whatever. So you guys that are switching to experimental, I'm not so concerned about you because you know what you're doing. I'm more concerned by modders pushing experimental branch version of their mod to the normal workshop, so it shows up for all other players, which will be the majority of players, because they will not know why the mod doesn't work. But let's see how it goes. Again, it's not the last time we'll do this, so we'll learn by doing, and let's keep the dialogue going in comments on Discord and stuff like that to make it as easy as possible for everybody. And if you're wondering why am I pushing it to the experimental branch, why not just push it to everybody? Well, you push stuff to the experimental branch to actually test it out, because there will be bugs and stuff that doesn't work, and we will most likely I will do some smaller updates where I change stuff based on your feedback I'm getting over the next couple of days or weeks. And I also have some things myself I want to add to this version. So I think we will have a lot of smaller updates going on the experimental before we push it to everybody. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Keep the feedback coming in Discord and in the comments here, or in the community tab on Steam. I'm looking all these places for feedback, so that's where you should post it, one of these 3 places basically. But if this video wasn't enough and you got all the way here to the end, check out some of my other videos like this one or this one, which are also very, very nice devlogs. Okay, see you, bye.